Contact Shiklisho Limited at 665-3336 or 480-8715 or visit us at Warrenville, Canoopia. Shiklisho Limited. Quality you can trust.
For the everyday lowest prices on all grocery items, trust Low Cost Supermarket for the widest variety of quality products at low prices. Freshly picked fruits and vegetables, healthy products for your well-being, high-quality meat cuts, and a warm and friendly service. Low Cost Supermarket, Southern Main Road, Canoopia.
Assalamu alaikum and good evening and welcome to Breaking Barriers. Of course, you have caught me again trying to finish up some stuff, and I humbly apologize because what happened is that there are so many things that I have to do, before I go on here, and last minute I am just getting it done, and I humbly apologize for that. It's not intentional, and of course, I just want to get this through before we officially kick the program off, right? So here we go, just one more and that's it, right? Good. Welcome to Breaking Barriers, my friend. Of course, it's a cool program tonight because, quite frankly, the studio is feeling rather chilly and nice, and unlike last week when we were in a sweatbox. And of course, I would like to thank those responsible, of course, the guys at AC Mechanics, and of course, Shiraz, the electrician, who came across and lickety split in less than half an hour's time. Hooked up two, what do you call those boxes on the outside? Huh? Okay, two something on the outside. They hook up two something on the outside and it working. So at the end of the day, we are good to go. Of course, it's a pleasure being in your company. And the first part of this program is, of course, sponsored courtesy of our good friends at Tile Expression. And remember, Tile Expression is where you get all your tiles, ceramic, porcelain, tin set. You may even get tile cutters too as well. Plus, you get excellent service. So you can check them out right there in Canoopia, right off Monroe Road there. You can't miss it, or Bukal Road. It depends on where you're coming from. You know, a lot of people mistake that road for Bujukal Road. They spell it is Bejucal. Yeah. If you go to pronounce, yeah? Bujucal. B-U? Yeah. Or B-E? Look, Jawad will know. Jawad, how you spell Bukal? B-E-J-U-C-L? Yeah. So, Muri, come now, man. Yeah, which school you went in? Anyway, first off, I would like to say welcome to one is that first time in the studio we have disabled parking, because what happened is that we have a gentleman here who made a crash landing, and of course, what happened is that Jawad was part of the crash too as well, and he's recovering very well, and of course, I would like to say a special hello to Dr. Karan and Dr. Singh, of course, and to the people who call us today from St. Augustine Private Hospital, right? So, of course, on behalf of all of us, we wish Moody a speedy recovery. What happened is that he's doing very little with his right shoulder now, because what happened is that he's in a sling, but once he behaves himself, within a month's time, he'll be good to go, falling off vehicles again, which we hope that doesn't happen. All right, so I'd just like to welcome Patos to the studios, and of course we have Kayam, who's relaxing himself as well. All right, so guys, let's get it started, and of course, remember for those of you who'd like to WhatsApp me, 6844762, that's my WhatsApp number. And of course, I just want one of our employees here, Siddiq, he was involved in an accident, and of course he's recovering. First time I actually see in my life a seatbelt line going straight across the chest, straight down. You know, normally you would see some red blotches from the airbag impact, I actually saw on his chest and lower down the seatbelt impression dread. So, I mean, that is a hard pull dread. The good thing about me, you don't see those kind of things because one is that when I'm blue-black, I'm normal. So I'm good to go. All right, so, all right. Let's start it off. Good. Now, this vehicle coming down the road. Now, the reason I'm putting up this vehicle, this is probably a company vehicle. And no, he's not just going to turn inside it. This is before Warren. It was way back. This fella decided that he named his shoulderitis. So he decided to ride his shoulder going up the road. So if this is your company vehicle and you have a driver, your driver was driving like I this evening. We're going again. You know, for donkey years, we have been repeating. I mean, this man business is one of the biggest in bamboo. And for nothing, oh God, the parking has remained similar or same for donkey years. And this is a headache for bamboo residents. It has always been a headache for bamboo residents for 15, 20 years. I mean, look how these idiots and them park number. Could we zoom into the number plates, please? And this is what I tell you, Trinidad is we own problem, right? TDH 4744, you pack up like a yayan, like a capital yayan, right? And I get that one too, right? Nah, that one looking a little blurry. All right, the camera wasn't that good today, right? So when you come into bamboo, you pack up like a yayan, and I will put you up. Let's go again, guys. Now, I would like to ask a question. Zoom into the back of that vehicle. How much for one of these vehicles? Patos, a Fortuner, brand new. 6. This is 700, 800,000 now. Nearly 800,000 for Toyota Fortuner, right? Now, this is not the type of vehicle that you would expect government to use or anybody to use like that, because at the end of the day, this is an expensive vehicle to maintain, because I know I sell the parts for this. One tailgate glass for this is like $6,000, and a tailgate for this in the company is like $14,000, $16,000. Of course, we would have it plenty cheaper because Toyota, their parts is be between $500 and $1,000 markup, right? Let's go to the logo on that vehicle. Who does this vehicle belong to? City of San Fernando. So the city of San Fernando decided that the best thing they could have done with their money was to invest in an expensive Toyota Fortuner. Could we see the series on that vehicle again, please? PB. So this vehicle is about a year and something, 2 years old, around there, right? I mean, this is absolute nonsense. And these fellas will take this vehicle and tail it all over the place. Come back to me. And the day they hit that vehicle, that is when they will hold their head and ball, because you cannot get parts for that. That vehicle is a difficult vehicle to get parts for. Let's go again, guys. Right? Oh, God. Pause that right here. This was an interview done by the Prime Minister. Now, the Prime Minister had his year-end interview, right? And, oh, shucks, I didn't put the reporter's name. And the PM, in responding to why he wasn't seen in the flood, like how Kamala has put on she toll boots. Well, in this flood, if Kamala had put on she toll boots, she'd be dead, because this flood was over your toll boots. You needed them big, long thing like what we get from the company down in South. PM, and that is precisely why the flood was managed in this way. I stay focused with the 4 ministers. The Minister of Works and Transport was out there non-stop. And you know, even as they are criticizing me for not visiting flooded areas, you saw the behavior of Inshan Ishmael and them to Rohan and Faris. That is the type of empathy that is being talked about. I have a job to do, and I did the job. And those who didn't have the job could easily say that it wasn't done. Well, I could tell you that at no time I was disconnected from this matter. Look who talking about my behavior. The man who is referred to as Mr. Wajang. The man whose mouth, right? That is the best picture I could get, right? The man whose mouth, the man disrespected women, right? When he talk about grooming, etc. All you remember that? So this man talking about other people's behavior, and all you see how he does get on? This Prime Minister is the Wassaritz. Oh, shucks, I sound like Heinz now. Right? I apologize, right? this man, in terms of his behavior, is uncouth. And he talking about my behavior. Let me tell you something, Bredo. Because I don't call you Dr. Rowley again. Because let me tell you something. You don't deserve the handle. Let me explain something to you. Let me talk one-on-one now. Number one, your minister was not in Bamboo number 2 for 3 and 4 days. He was missing. Faris took his time and come here because one is that blood circulation was a problem in the leg with the tight pants. So what happened is that he took a little while to come into Bamboo, and he also showed up on the 4th day. So therefore, they decided that instead of the 1st, 2nd, or 3rd, they came on the 4th or thereabouts, or somewhere around there. So you telling me they were on the ground where Bamboo was the hardest hit area of all areas. There was no other area hit harder than Bamboo. And you telling me that they were all over the place, so Bamboo was what, last on the list? Is dummy it having Bamboo living here, what? So no, don't come and tell me that your minister was on the ground. He was on the ground and like he was sleeping. So here what happening now. Let me move on from that, because that is enough. Let me just thank Tele-Expression for sponsoring this segment as we move on. Right. Let me just welcome Neil Shah's Auto Parts. And remember, for all your European parts, BMW, Mercedes-Benz, Jaguar, Volvo, you name it, just check them out. And remember, you could get what we call mechanical parts, body parts, engine parts, small parts, big parts. Give them a buzz and they will fix up, of course, parts plenty cheaper than the company. You all know that, right? Here what's happening. For those of you who buying that SsangYong vehicle and that Rexton vehicle, do me a favor. Call the company and find out all the parts they have in stock. Tell them you want to see the parts before you buy that vehicle from me, please. That is all that's the only advice I'm giving you. And I keep telling people, come into this. I don't know why people head so hard in this country. You know, the foreign use market introduced cheap parts to this country. For example, you could get a complete engine, a foreign use engine, for $2,000-3,000. If you go in a company to get a block, is $20,000. So the foreign use market changed everything. And what it did, it brought sanity to the parts industry. But I don't understand for the life of me how some people head so hard and you will purchase a vehicle where the only place you will get parts for that vehicle is the company. And then when you go in the company and the company does not have any parts, you're wondering why. The company is not going to bring all the parts for your vehicle, you know, Dred. And they're the only people that bring in parts for certain vehicles. So do me a stupid favor now. If you're buying a car for your daughter, buy one that is compatible with the Japanese market and they bring in parts for her. So you don't hold your head and ball like some people I know who have a Volkswagen and holding their head and balling right now. You understand? Don't go and get yourself stick. Because so many people purchase vehicles right now, and even with some of the Hyundais, besides one or two of them Hyundai and them real ugly, the fact is that some of them is catching an end for parts. And when you go to the company, let me tell you a statement of fact, right? If you go to the company, I could sell you a taillight for $595. When you go in that company, that price is $50.95, $60.95. I remember we had for Nissan Navara, we had a headlight for $4,800. Patos, make a guess what the company price on that headlight was. Moody. 9. 5? 13,000. 13,000. So with the price I selling, you could buy 2 and a part. So you understand the difference? So all you know what they're doing now. Just a piece of advice. Normally, as is in New Year, I plan to give good advice now. Like, for example, anytime you see Rowley, turn in the opposite direction. That is another piece of advice. Let's go again, guys. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley, oh God, I'm going to say doctor, boy. Prime Minister, I don't want to even say Prime Minister. Keith Rowley is committing to overhaul and redouble efforts to fight crime in 2023 and will begin with public conversations on this matter. This was the promise made in his New Year's message to the nation. Even that donkey next to him looking confused. And I wouldn't say who I think that donkey is next to him. The fact is that You have, right, the PNM, I mean, look at this, man. He says that the government to redouble efforts, plan series of public conversations, you know, and then this guy, there's a article that I have, Rennie Dumas, I think, right? Do we have that article, guys? Right. Reginald Dumas, sorry. Reginald Dumas says, life in Trinidad and Tobago has deteriorated, and while the Prime Minister's signal to have talks with the people is welcome, it comes too late, right? Speaking to the Express by phone yesterday, Dumas said he's concerned that given the killings that have marked the start of the 2023, things will get worse, and the murder toll may even exceed the 606. The Prime Minister should have been meeting with the people to talk about crime and other matters since years ago. You don't wait until a crisis to go and talk to the people. People elected you. You can't proceed on the basis that I am in the cabinet now and I know more than the people who elected me, said Dumas. And this is, you know, this is the reality of it. And this is the Prime Minister for 7 years, right? The PNM is going into power, has been in power going into 8 years now. And I have seen people that I personally know who are good people at heart, who are decent people at heart, turn into the blasted devil under the PNM. And that ain't no joke. I have seen good, decent fathers, people that I know, that I consider friends, associate with the PNM, and all of a sudden horns start growing their head. And this is what the PNM does. This is the mantra of the PNM. So when you look at the Prime Minister talking and saying that here what's happening, we need to deal with crime now. We need to redouble our efforts. You were the one that went and you cook up your little merit listing with the president. At least that's what is alleged, that you and the president and all of you didn't want Gary Griffith there. Even though Gary Griffith was working, I don't care what the hell I'll say about him. Gary was working. People were satisfied. There was confidence in the police service billing. Now there is almost no confidence in the police service. So you don't talk about crime. You are one of the reasons, and the selection that you made is one of the reasons we are in this mess we are today. So don't come now and talk a set of nonsense, and we're going to redouble this and redouble what? Redouble what? You put Hines there? Who put Hines? Me? I did not put Hines. You have Hines, waste of time. You have other ministers, for example, the way Donna Cox is treating people, we got to deal with that in a little while. But talking about Hines, when you thought Hines could not say anything more stupid, Hines decided that he will win the race. Could we play that clip, please?
And I pledge the full support of the government of Trinidad and Tobago and all of the people of Trinidad and Tobago who line up on the side of righteousness as opposed to wrongiousness that you will commit.
All I hear that? All the people who line up on the side of righteousness instead of wrongiousness. What is wrongiousness? What is wrongiousness? Jawad, you're in the education system. What is wrongiousness, please? Could you explain? Huh? It have no word like that. You have a Minister of National Security talking about wrongiousness, whether it is you're joking or not. Here what happened, Hines. You have said so many things to make you look stupid. You have said so many things, and you come to do this now. You were the same man talking at a meeting. They invite you to talk, and you yapping, and everybody leaving because the tent about to fall on their head, and you continuing while you're watching everybody leaving. Well, boys, something had to be wrong. That is not normal behavior. You think I speaking. The first thing you learn as a public speaker is to engage your audience. You stand up there and you talking and your mouth going and your mouth don't open average size. You talking and talking, you see everybody walking left, right, and center, and you stand up there. And next thing you know, the tent nearly fall on your head. And you want us to respect that kind of dotish behavior? Nah, come again, man. Come again. Let's go again, guys. Good. Regiment bullets found on 5th crime scene as woman shot. I mentioned this last week. And Hines said that he has measures in place to better secure army in Sudamo. Could we show the date on that article for me, please, at the top? Right? That article on the top, the date is January the 3rd. which was yesterday. Yesterday, on Friday, December the 23rd, Heinz said that measures were in place. You know what is the first thing? Come back to me, guys. You know what is the first thing they're going to tell you now? That was the ammo that they take already and they use it now. Right? That is the ammo that they thief already from the regiment. And this is what I tell you, all this ammo, you don't know if 5, nobody never come. Have you noticed that there's absolutely no accountability for the army and its ammunition? You never hear one day that 6 rounds of this, 100 rounds of that went missing. Nothing like that. It's like they don't know. What I'm being told is when they go to train, men putting things in their pocket and then riding out with it. And I've said it before, what Trinidad Army does do? What is the purpose? Let me do like Grenada, man. Let me just hear what's happening. Put some of them fellas in the police service and end the story. Our army serves no purpose except driving around in expensive vehicles. I have said it before and I'll say it again. You have good men in the army. You have good women in the army. Put them in the TTPS because here's what's happening. The army and the police probably have similar salaries. We have them there waiting for a war. And we living in a country, we have nothing to fight war with. We don't have no tank. All you ever see a tank on Independence Day? The only tank we have is from rotoplastics. Everybody have one of that. We have any plane? What we go do? We go retrofit the Caribbean Airlines plane with bomb? What we have? We have any missiles? Only when a few of the ministers talking here to see missiles pelting. So when you look at what we have, what it is we have a regiment for, serving no purpose. And every month you hear about one of them shooting their foot, one of them shooting their shoulder, one of them gun Lego. So if you are to depend on them fellas to fight a war, them gonna miss the target. Eh? Yeah. And they'll be eating. It have cooks who will be cooking for them and their food bill real high. This is the madness that we have to stop. But you see, political pawns. The regiment is there to serve a purpose. And whether we like it or not, many of the people who support this administration, they have been placed within the regiment, whether we like it or not, because it's work for the boys. In fact, many of them have been placed in the TTPS to work for the boys. I've always said, in Trinidad and Tobago, the Prime Minister talking about dealing with crime and crime talks. The Prime Minister hotspots where the Prime Minister does get plenty vote. Why they don't lock down that area? Why they don't lock down those areas? Because you know why? They are afraid. They're a bunch of damn cowards. They would not lock down those areas because they know they will lose 2 things. They will lose their lives and they will lose their votes. Because those areas, you know they could do where the hell they want and get away. They could thief current, get away. They could thief water, get away. They could block the highway, get away. They could cuss police, get away. They could shoot at police, get away. And nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody does anything when it comes to the people who are the criminal-minded. We leave them alone. You mind them. You give them contracts. You make sure they are taken care of. And when you're fixing certain things and they thief material, you buy it back without a problem. And this is what this administration, you know, I have always said. When I supported Rowley in 2015, and that is like a curse to me now, every time I mention that, I just grind inside. Because you know why? Kamala had some of the most corrupt people under her. I had a family member that was close to Kamala. So I know when election time come, I know what used to go on. I know what used to take place. So I couldn't support that. The things that I know, I couldn't support. And then when you hear Rowley put on his scarf and he come and he talking nice and gentle, I say, but wait, this man making sense. I go vote for him. And little did I know that I was going to vote for a man at that time, because I ain't voted in the last 2 elections. I was going to put a man in power who turned out to be the mother of megalomaniacs. And I've made a promise before, and I will say it again, that when Franklin Khan spoke to me in Shun, thanks for the support, boy. And you know, Franklin Khan gone now. Franklin Khan is dust. Thanks for the support because of all the work you did. You put me in power. Faris Arawi, and I'm calling their names Because they were the ones that told me that Kazim Hussein, tell me thank you. Prime Minister, all of them, thank you for all the support and your influence, etc. Well, here what's happening. Let me tell you something. You see this influence? This influence going to make sure that I ain't keep all your day. I promise that I will do whatever is legally possible to make sure that all you ain't win another election in this country again. Because let me tell you something, the curse of the PNM in this country is suffering too many people. Look, I got a call from Karapi Chaima Secondary today. Many students are staying away from school when the PTA representative contacted me. You know why? Children don't even have transport money. Children don't even have money to buy food. And the gentleman called me to ask if we could do something to help out with some hampers. This is where we are at. But Donkey and them studying $147 million in what? Carnival for 2 days for people to put on dental floss. And I'll say it plain, Let me be very frank tonight. I'm going to be very frank tonight. But let me just welcome my good friends at home, True Value. And of course, let me tell you something. I would like to thank them. Fantastic people. But not only that, the support and the items that they carry, top notch. You could visit them in Sao. And their warranty service is excellent too as well. So if you want anything and everything for your home, they're right there located, Lampole 36, Midway, El Sicoro, Main Road, that's right in Sound. The number is on the screen. Give them a call. They have everything from barbecue pits to pressure washers to drills to you name it. And plastic containers is half the price of price, man, too. So you can check them out. All right, that's right in El Sicoro. Like I was saying, let me be very frank. I want to ask the fathers outside there, would you allow your daughter to go with a bikini to shop? What do you think the answer would be? To go and shop in the grocery. Would you allow your daughter to take a bikini and go in the grocery to shop? No, you wouldn't. Because the first thing you're going to tell me, how you going to do that? It have people around the see. Well, that daughter is the same one for Carnival. And people seeing her. A bikini is basically an underwear and a bra. And I tell myself, where have we become as humanity? Where we have, you don't have to imagine anymore. Long time, well, growing up, you had to imagine what a woman look like. Nowadays, you put on the TV and Telecom Authority allowing it to flow, X-rated, XXY rated, everything. It have nothing, no holds barred. And this is where we have reached as a society, where morals have gone down the drain, where we want to teach our children about boy and girl, and to hell was with that. Because I've said it before and I'll say it again, this station and the owner of this station and my religion does not tolerate that dotishness. And what we are allowing, call this carnival, right? For God's sake, all you come now, man. We have so many important issues, and you telling me that 2 days of fetting and smelling like hog on the road and sucking rum bottle is more important than developing this country and building this country so that our children can have a better future, boy? All you that stupid? All you can't be that dotish? All you're telling me that we as a nation sit down on our behinds and we taking, yeah, we're going to do it, $147 million. $147 million. All you feel, that ain't no joke money, you know. That is big money. And that is the kind of money that is being spent right now to deal with this madness that we have called carnival. But we don't care. Because you know why? That money is coming out of we pocket. So we safe and we good. Right? In fact, it's coming out of we pocket. Let's go to the other slide, guys. Right? A PH driver was robbed at gunpoint of his car by 2 passengers in Princestown. You see, this is what I tell you. Okay, come back to me. Exactly what I'm saying. You want to deal with crime. All of a sudden, you wake up from your coma and you want to deal with crime. For years, how much of an average, Patos? How many cars we have lost on average per year? How much? 3,000. Anybody else? Shaz, how much cars we lost per year? It's an average of 2,000. We have lost in 1 decade 20,000 cars in this country. 20,000, that is 2 series. All you understand the value of that? Multiply 20,000 for me. Somebody, anybody. Multiply 20,000 by 200,000 and see what you get. That's about 4 billion. Nah. How 20,000 by 200,000 will be 3 million, boy? What the? Moody? Blood circulation. 300. How much that, Jawad? $4 billion. $4 billion. So we have lost $4 billion in cars in the last decade in this country, and they have done nothing. And this man who catching in nenen, because here what happening, he have a family to feed, he have school books to buy, he have gas to pay for, and because of the roads in this country, he have parts to pay for. But we don't care. The Prime Minister sitting down in his tail, eating steak, eating lobster that we paying for. And we don't have a problem with that. $147 million for Carnival. Because why? PNM supporters like it so. And I'm going to use a statement tonight. Many do not like it, but it is fact. While PNM prefer that children be banned, they should be beaten books. Because, in fact, let me take a break. Let me just pull back the previous advertiser. Let me just thank our good friends at Homart, True Value Homart. And of course, you can check them out. Opening hours Monday to Saturday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. And on Sunday, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Right in El Sikoro. Check them out. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll continue right here on Breaking Barriers. We'll be back.
No more games. You always break the table when you lose. Promise? 4110 Jigsaw. Watch it. Don't you dare. Ronix.
At Extra Foods, we care for you. That's why we always have the widest varieties, the best prices, spacious aisles of total convenience, plus clean, safe surroundings. Let us care for you. Extra Foods, always extra for less.
Attention all bakers, doubles vendors, and roti makers. Try our high-quality bromate-free, all-purpose, and whole wheat flour. Low price and conveniently packaged in 2 pounds, 2 kg, 10 kg, and 25 kg bags. For wholesale and retail prices, contact Shiklisho Limited at 665-3336 or 480-8715 or visit us at Warrenville, Canoopia. Shiklisho Limited, quality you can trust.
For the everyday lowest prices on all grocery items, trust Low Cost Supermarket for the widest variety of quality products at low prices. Freshly picked fruits and vegetables, healthy products for your well-being, high quality meat cuts, and a warm and friendly service. Low Cost Supermarket, Southern Main Road, Canoopia.
Mitsu Air Limited, authorized Mitsubishi air conditioning dealer. No need to replace your air conditioning units ever so often. Split units, cassette, ductable, CTVIF systems, and much more. Mitsubishi Electric has long been powering industries and providing solutions for healthy living. Mitsu Air Limited boasts the industry's first 10-year warranty on all parts and labor. Inverter units are also available. Don't hear it, just feel it. Mitsu Air Limited, 246 Eastern Main Road, Barataria. Give us a call at 674-4000 or 675-4000 or email us at mitsu.limited@gmail.com.
And welcome back. Of course, I'm just searching for something here that I'm supposed to have gotten here. I just want to, oh yes, here it is. Right, Moody, thanks for reminding me of that. Right, and guys, I sent in here, Saif has sent in here a clip, right? You would just kill the audio and we will play that clip, because what happens is that this is just a stark reminder of, right? You're getting it in about a minute, it's loading, right? So let me just welcome Automac, super concentrated car wash. And the other day, I see one bottle of car wash for $79.95, one little bottle. You squeeze it once and you're done. When you can buy this super concentrated, mix it on with some water because this is concentrated. And you could wash a car plenty time. And if you have a small car, you could wash it plenty more time. You understand? So give them a call, Ali's Motor Spares and Hardware Supplies Limited. And of course, you know where to find them. And of course, if you want to distribute their products, give them a call. Or if you have a business that would like to sell their products, just give them a buzz and they will fix you up. All right, so let's go again, guys. You let me know when you have that ready. President Paula May Weeks has described the country as quickly becoming a brutish, right? Shaz, you can pull your chair more on the side so you can see. Yeah, look on the side here. Next up, Atos. Yeah, so you can get to see. Right, Zaki, just turn the TV a little bit so for right. Paula, right, has described the country as quickly becoming a brutish and hostile society and fears citizens have become a savage people. Yeah, that good. Yeah, that good. Right, so basically, she's saying that Trinidad and Tobago have become a hostile and savage society. She had an opportunity to reduce that a bit, right? What happened to the merit list? What happened to that merit list? Have we ever gotten the true story in regards to that merit list? But you come in to talk now? I have said, and I'm saying this not only because, right, he's Muslim. That is the furthest reason. But you see Nur Hassan Ali, boy, we need to get a repeat of a Nur Hassan Ali. A man that commanded respect. A man that did not care who wanted alcohol in the system. It was not to be found in president's house. And if you had a problem with that, hard luck. That was the nature of that man. That man refused to have a state funeral. He was buried privately. So no set of tralala. But some all you when all you dead, all you want horse and carriage, all you want this, all you want that. For what? All you're dead. Madam President, what is your list of accomplishments? And I hear Rowley talking about how what? He was willing to give you an next term again? That is it? Yeah. But where the hell? For what? What is your list of accomplishments for the last 365 days? And let us remove several things from it. I want you to remove partying, fetting, liming, wedding, overseas. What are the list of accomplishments? Let Trinidad and Tobago know. In fact, Trinidad should know because it is our money paying for your tax dollars. It's our tax dollars paying for your salary, right? So, talking about the carnival and coming back again, Moody and I visited Mount Hope. And when we visited, I wanted to remind you because I saw the article where it stated that $300 million was spent on the oncology center. I want you to show me. Well, that is what the article stated. Show me that oncology center, please. Right? This is the oncology center. Pause right there. Those two pillars that you see in there that looking like that is most likely elevator shafts. And a foundation is the only thing that went up with some plumbing. All you show me $300 million or thereabouts there. Show me. And you know what's the hardest, boy? PNM people, UNC people, all kind of people will have families who have cancer. $147 million could complete that building. Hear what the government say half a billion. Give me $147 million and I will complete that oncology center with equipment. But that ain't gonna happen. That will not happen. That will never happen. We are paying approximately $10 million a month for ambulance service. All you know that? How many ambulances we have right now running? I had asked that question and I wondered if I got a response. Right? Let me check to see if I got a response on Facebook here. Right? Right. I know they had about 40. So let us average now. If $10 million is being spent a month on ambulance service, right? $10 million divided by 40. Calculator, man, divide that for me. $10 million divided by 40. Or let us be generous. Let's say 50. $10 million by 50. That should be easy to calculate. 200,000 a month. So we are paying 200,000 a month for one ambulance. Okay? How much is the average cost or average salary for an ambulance attendant? Let's say maybe 68,000 max. Is that being fair? Yeah. 68,000, good. So let us say you have 4 because you have shifts. Am I being fair there? Good. So 8 4s are $32,000 for one ambulance. Right? Let us say gas. Let us say they spend $3,000 a month. Let me call that $40,000. Maintenance. Let me call that $5,000. We're being generous. $45,000. You telling me that a company profiting almost $150,000 a month from ambulance services on one vehicle, when the government of Trinidad and Tobago could have bought their own ambulances at a cost, and here happening, the government is tax exempt. One of those ambulances, and I'm fully equipped, is about $600,000. And again, if all you want to challenge me with the price, give me the money and I will bring it down for you. One of those ambulances, $600,000. In 3 months' time, what we pay now, we pay off an ambulance. This is the madness that's going on in this country. This is the craziness. And I see the Prime Minister in Tobago walking around with the Tobago terminal. The same Tobago terminal that we say, hold up a little bit now, God, hold up a little bit. Just a little bit. Because we don't need that right now. But what I'm going to tell you. Anyway, let's go again. Fireworks Shuri. How many years have I seen this way? Public says worst season for noise. At the end of the day, you know, all you want to light all the fireworks, all you want to excite all the stuff, I have no problems with that. But the fact is that at the end of the day, I made a suggestion. Could we this year, instead of all the money towards fireworks, could we take that money and put it towards medical aid for children who are in need? Instead of getting 5 minutes of excitement watching it up in the air, we could actually give a child a lifetime of excitement by changing, you know, either, and this is only through the mercy of God, because at the end of the day, we don't decide on health or shifa. At the end of the day, we decide on who we want to give to, and then healing lies with the boss. But we can make that difference. How many people would be willing to do that? Guys, do we have that video with the guys with the fireworks thing? Right. I'm supposed to have it. Do you know in Port of Spain, right? Watch this. Take a look at this. This is on, I believe, on Nelson Street, right? All you know what's going on there? Men taking fireworks and shooting it at one another. Is it correct to say that a firework is an incendiary device? It could cause a fire. Right? And we know that. And where is this taking place, Patos? Port of Spain. This is taking place in the heart of Port of Spain, where fireworks is being pelted towards buildings, towards cars, towards people's homes. Inside people's homes, inside people's cars, and you have not heard one thing from the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service. Not one word from the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service. Because why? The police service don't interfere with these people. Because if it was Bamboo residents doing this, all now their tail light up. Watch this. Multiple reports from the area, which is Port of Spain, suggest that the fireworks triggered a blaze as people shot the incendiary devices at one another instead of into the sky. So a place burned down because of this. Have you heard anybody being caught This is stupidity. And I have to say, parents, if all you have to make children to do this, it's best all your thigh, all your womb, all your liver, all your gizzard, everything. Because you know what? It serves no purpose. You think my child could go and do that? Let me tell you something. From the time I pick he up to the time he reach home, he whole head swell from clout. You see, and that is the problem. We have parents these days who are a waste of time, and they have children, and the children growing up to be a bigger waste of time. What manner of person would raise a child and have a child doing this and you as a parent don't care? This is the country that we live in, where everything is falling down flat and people driving 6 hours in traffic and they don't care. Prices going up in everything. Electricity 65%. And everybody like dummies in this country. Dummies sit down and is like, what you going to do? We go just froth at the mouth, that is all. Instead of buying a pack of rice, a 10-pound pack, we can buy a 5-pound. We got to go back to the days of eating chicken one day for the week. This is where we are at. And I've always said that as a Muslim, I have a choice. Right? My religion teaches me. And this is a hadith, saying and doings of the Prophet, peace be upon him. When you see a wrong, you physically try to stop it. That is the strongest of faith. So if you see somebody about to thief a car, you drop some hard kick in the tail. If you have a gun, don't play dotish. Right? Secondly, if you cannot physically stop them, you speak out against it. Third, the weakest is to hate it in your heart. And this is where we have reached. And I always get, there's a young woman in Sawan, El Sikoro Road. I always get, and I will just give you a hint, she's an avid scuba diver. And all I can tell you is that every time I talk to her, she sends me messages, she always encourages me and gives me words of inspiration. And that is one of the persons who always tell me, speak the truth, even if it is bitter. And that is what our religion teaches us. Let's go again, guys. Oh, God. Pause that right there. Pause that right there. Only 90 flood grant checks distributed as ministry find errors and discrepancies. Okay. We have found some discrepancies in some of the applications, and that would slow down the process, where there are some persons who applied more than once, she said. As a matter of fact, we have one person who applied 70-something times. She said other applicants applied multiple times using their middle names. She said there were also several instances of information being omitted from the forms. You know where's the hardest? Come back to me. In certain P&M areas, they only pick that up after the fact. Look at the Auditor General's report, and you will see millions of dollars in fraud in checks distributed. But for certain areas, it is being picked up before. But not only that, what is interesting, what is key to note, is that 1 month later, now I ask you a question, Patus. Let me ask you a question. And I ask all of you sit down here. We have Caliph, we have Jawad, we have Patus, we have Moody, we have Shiraz, and of course we have Kayam. If you have 10 areas that were hit by flood, doesn't it make common sense that you sort out checks for the hardest hit areas first? Doesn't that make common sense? Doesn't it make sense that the areas that were hardest hit, that you had 5 feet of water, that you deal with that area first, where people lost everything stupidly? But no, all you want to deal with everything as a whole, right? Or maybe the P&M constituency is only dealing with that first. I've said it before. We have no representation here because it's just failures, and I keep telling Bamboo people, all you can't keep supporting failures. At the end of the day, all you have 2 failures as representatives. 4 days after, they did just the same thing that Rohan and Faris did. Almost the same thing. SEMA was walking up and down. Up to now, it have a hole to patch in bamboo number 3. SEMA can't see it to fix that. But this is what I tell you, these people and them, like I tell you, some people need bull pistol for voting these people, I mean. Because you know these people were failures before, they come now, and are less surprise. Let's go again. Let me just welcome Mitsui Air Limited. And remember Mitsui Air Limited, they're the agents for Mitsubishi Electric, the #1, right, air condition company out of Japan. And remember, Japan is not like China or Taiwan. You're talking about high quality stuff. And remember, it's a 10-year warranty on units, and you're talking about inverter type units, and you're getting parts and labor on that warranty too. So make sure and organize. All right, so let's go to the other slide, guys. Right there. She said, right. So the ministry is calling them to get that information, but the staff has been processing it. Some persons have been applying electronically, so that has helped us to fast track the process. So a month later, and it's fast tracking, and up to now, people ain't getting it. But let's go to the last paragraph in that. Due to this, Cox said, here they are this, she was not able to give a timeline of when distributions could be expected to be completed. Look at it. Imagine that. Where in the world would you get this disrespect from a ministry? Where she ain't know. So if all are starving, here what happening. All you continue to starve until I feel like here what happening. I go tell all you when the time is. So you're not going to starving for the next day, for the next week, for the next month. But don't worry, people go vote for that because they like it so. Let's go again. All right. Cox was, right. She was also unable to give a monetary value for the checks distributed. But how the hell? So wait, you telling me that you gave out 90 checks and you don't know the monetary value? You know what I would love to know? What areas receive checks? But not only that, I'm still asking the question, who was the individual in Bamboo that received food cards to distribute it and apparently only certain people got? I would like to know. Because you're hearing that complaint plenty in the chat that we have. And if you're from Bamboo #2 and you're not on the Bamboo #2 chat, get on the Bamboo #2 chat, WhatsApp me, and I will put you on. But you have to be from Bamboo #2. So WhatsApp me on 684-4762, and I will add you to the WhatsApp chat. So that group exists because everybody can take place on the bank sofa. So let us see where we'll go from there. All right, so let's go back to our slides again, guys. Leave that right up there. Because you know why? I will say something again. All you see in the list of schools there? I want anybody to text me tonight and tell me any one of these schools were open. 12 schools remain closed. You know what the Ministry of Education say? 2. The Ministry of Education lied and said that 2 schools remain closed. And you know what is the others? They forget to add 1 school there. St. George's College. St. George's College students have to go Barataria to do lab with a PTSC bus. And then come back here. So if something happened to that bus on the way up now, which with PTSC bus they are custom shutting down. Cascade, Don Miguel, Las Cuevas, La Fillette, Blanchisseuse, Carapichaima West Secondary, unsafe prefabricated building. So the whole building unsafe. Brasso Venado government, land slips affecting accessibility, but we have $147 million to spend to wine. Right? So let me go through one by one. Oh, no, wait. I didn't see this. Could we zoom into the top to that first school for me, please? What it is all saying? Cascade School for the deaf. For the deaf. You want to judge the state of a nation? Watch how they treat those who are physically challenged in their country. You telling me a school for the deaf, these people already have to go through life with some hardships, and you mean all you cannot put simple things in place? I want to run through every one of those schools and let us see what the problem is. Completion of repairs and sanitation, 147 million could fix that. Sewer issues, 147 million could fix that. Whatever problem Las Cuevas have, 147 million could fix that. La File, 147 million could fix that. Blanchisseries 1 and 2, 147 million could fix that. In Carpichama, the unsafe prefabricated building, 147 million fixing that. Brasso Venado, 147 million fixing that. In Caratal, access road is unsafe. Oh, God. Fanny Village Government Primary School, fire during the vacation. Where was the security guard? What caused the fire? What they have to do is check out some of these contractors that they have who are doing the electrical. I'm not saying that this person is to blame for that. But Shiraz, you got to teach them what is negative and positive, and what is ohm, and what is what AC/DC, alternating current, direct current, and no current. Right? Morval Lavanti, oh, watch. Morval Lavanti Secondary School, collapse fence. Scarborough Secondary School, ongoing infrastructural work. And the ministry, are you hearing that? Yeah. Right? The ministry lied and said that too. Open. Now, I wanted to watch something here. Could we zoom out? Is it possible? No. Oh, I made a mistake here, boy. You know what I wanted to see, boy? I made a big mistake there. Let me see if I could get that picture, boy. I want that picture. That is from The Guardian, right? So, I want that picture. There's a reason why I want that picture. Here we go. Let me see if I get it here. Let me see if the skills that I have is good. Where the jail? Come now, boy. Ugh, where the jail? Oh, jeez. Okay, I'm not seeing. All right. What happened is that the picture with the gentleman, I don't understand where that picture is, but what happened is that I lost the original picture. But the original picture was showing you the pedal in the bike and was showing you the condition of the bike. So here what happened. Show back that again, please. Watch me. Firoz Khan. This man is transporting his child to school. The condition of the bike is not good. So here what happening now. Let me buy a bike for him. Let me buy a good bike. I will put $500. Any one of my viewers right now who want a good bike is what, about $2,500, $3,000 for a good bike? Huh? No, the $1,000 one. That is like them price smart bike that is fall apart within a month or two. I don't want, if we're giving the man something good. So about a $2,500 bike where he could, this is, the man riding, the pedal itself, don't have the thing on it now, the part to put your foot on, you know, it only have the metal. Yeah. And if he slip and fall in front of a car with his child boy, right? So, and I'm watching something too. Watch how close the brake is to the handle. Don't be surprised that he don't even have no brakes and he's not impressing it. So here what happening. Firoz Khan, anybody know Firoz Khan from Debe? Lewiam, watch me. Come back to me. I need just about 5 or 6 people to come together now, and we're going to buy a bicycle for Firoz Khan to take his son to school. So all those who are interested, hey, look, somebody saying he's my neighbor. Watch me. Get a number for mine. Right, so here what happening. I need 5 or 6 people to WhatsApp me now and tell me we're going to support him. My number is 6844762, and we're going to buy a bicycle for Firoz. So for those of you who are interested, organize and send that to me. Right? Again, a number for him now, so I will organize. So to buy a bicycle is about, like I said, a good bicycle is about $2,500. Buying a good bike, you will see the receipt. Let us deliver a good bike, and we'll carry a nice bag or something for him, you know, something for the child. We can't walk empty handed. So we're doing that tomorrow. Where's the Moody? Yeah. Going for a drive, Debe, we deliver in a bag. So all those who are interested in being part of that and organizing, just WhatsApp me and let me know you'd like to assist in purchasing the bicycle for him. Because, I mean, it's just $2,500. We could do that. All right, let's go again. Next slide. Oh, yes. Thank you very much, guys. I must compliment, you know, we are short-staffed right now in the station, but I must compliment Justin and Sai for their efficiency. Well done. Of course, I think my son is across there, or you run away. All right, Zakir is there. All right, my son is the producer. I'm sure he's sitting on the phone right now. I got to check. All right, so let's take a look at this video. All you know is this? St. Joseph's Secondary School staged a drive out today where all the teachers drove out of the school today. Watch it. Let me hear the audio. Run the audio, guys. That was St. Joseph Secondary. Could we pull back the list with all the schools, please? Did we see St. Joseph Secondary there? We don't think so. It wasn't there. So 13 schools, plus there are other schools that I was told. 13 schools did not open today, but our priority is to put $147 million for people to go and fet, wine, get on like blasted animal on the road. And that is our priority, and this is how we build our country. This is how we develop our country. This is how we take care of our country. But wait, pull back up that list. Wait, I want to see. Right, Caratal there, right? Good. So let me see. Play that video first, please.
It's becoming increasingly dangerous traversing through these bumpy roads to get to the Caratal Sacred Heart RC School. And it's why parents spent the first day of school staging protests. They say for 2 years they have been trying to get the roads paved, but over the last vacation, things have gotten worse.
We have no garbage disposals right now because the garbage truck is not coming anywhere around the area here within a 1 mile radius. We have no ambulance service in case of an emergency here. We have no fire service. Security services, I don't think the police can navigate right up to the community here in any case.
And Tutors representative Ada Lane says it's a troubling situation for students who have to walk to school.
The conditions are really bad. With the landslips, children also walk on the road, and that is a danger to our students. If a car slips, that means that, and a child is passing, the child has nowhere to go because of the bushes on the side of the road, as well as the car has nowhere to go.
This resident says the children deserve better.
Times hard, but come on, children need their education. And we know this Caratal Road is Tabati constituency, we know this, right? So at the end of the day, whether opposition or ruling party, doesn't matter who, the youths and them need to get their education because some of them could be the next prime minister or president of the country.
When contacted, Education Minister Dr. Nian Gadsby Dolly told CNC3 News that Works Minister Rohan Sinanan will be better able to give an update on the roads. But Minister Sinanan told us those roads near the school fell under the purview of the Kuva Tabaki Talparo Regional Corporation. When contacted, Corporation Chairman Henry Awong admitted that the corporation did not have sufficient funds to fix that area. He is hoping.
And that is another thing. The corporation don't have money. And you know what's the hardest? Sorry if I just send something to you. You know what's the hardest, boy? You know what's the hardest? You know what is the hardest, boy? The hardest is that you telling me that we talking about children's safety and their education, that you telling me that the ministry can't say, well, here what's happening. We will sort it out and we got to balance our figures accordingly. And this is what I can't understand. Like, for example, I saying put the carnival money somewhere else where we could develop this country. Not for 2 days for people to show their bottom all over the place. What is that going to benefit the country? Talking about foreign exchange. We getting foreign exchange for who? I ain't getting no foreign exchange. So who the hell getting? Should I pity for me? I would like to thank someone who just sent me the pity. Watch the pedal. Watch the tire. Watch his slippers. Watch that father's slippers. And watch the tire. It's looking like it's flat. This is the sacrifices. And let's show this man, boy. Because you know why? This is the type of heroes we have in this country. This is the type of people we have in this country. This is the sacrifice that this man making to carry his children to school. But when they go to school, the school falling apart. You could dead from somebody's school. You have good contractors outside there who does repair school and build schools. I ain't want to call no names, but it have them who doing it. But yet it have a set of crooks and con men who involved in it too as well. But they owe a set of money to the good one. And EFCL, well, that more or less dead. So we ain't going to talk about that. One person just texted me and said that she would pay for the whole cost of the bike. Right? One person. Right? So I ain't get a name. I ain't get nothing. Right? I would just say the last name. I wouldn't say the first name, Chan. Right? So I would like to thank that person. Right? And let me tell you something. We just perform miracles in this place here now. Right? We just perform miracles. In less than 1 minute, we get a number for the man. Feroz, the fella you see on TV?
Hello?
Feroz?
Yes, sir.
This is Inshan Ishmael here from IBN Television. I'm calling you live on a program here. How are you, Feroz?
Yeah. I'm feeling good, sir.
Feroz, I just want to compliment you because what I saw today in that Guardian is a picture of sacrifice and a father's dedication towards the education of their child. And what happened is that I want to pay you a visit tomorrow. Is that okay?
Yes, sir. What time are you coming?
You plan to cook a duck?
No, I get some cascado. You can get some to get home.
Hey, here what's happening. Done. Consider that done, Feroz. Consider, we holding him to that. Feroz, are holding it. Feroz, are holding it to that. So here what's happening. Tomorrow, we will be coming up, and I want to meet with you, and I want to meet with your son. All right?
All right, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, then. Okay, bye.
All right.
I feel we could do more for this father. I feel we could do more for this father. I feel we could go there and say, here happening. Hold a little change for your child's education. All you agree? Here happening. Let me put 10,000 in that man's hand tomorrow. I put in the first 1,000. This is what we could do if we come together. So here what happening. Watch how it is done. Let me put back that father again. Bicycle. I want to show that bicycle. I want to show that sacrifice. And you're talking about what? School clothes? This is what parents have to go through. And you hear what the man going to do? Catch cascadoo. To do what? To pay for a book bag. A book bag is $100. How much for cascadoo? 12 for 100. And here what happened? Is catching an end together too. Right? So here what happened. Let me do something tonight. Right? Because the year start. Let me start off the year good. Let us do something for this father and this son. Right? Let us show them that here what's happening. We and this program going to make a difference in their life tomorrow. Put the numbers on the screen. What we're going to do is that the time now is 9:08. At exactly 9:13, I will stop. Whatever figure I raise, that is the figure that we're going to give. I want to do it for too long. So open up our phone lines, guys. All those who want to contribute, because we already get a bike. So let us change this man's life, because his neighbor contacted me. I would like to thank his neighbor, I know, who confirmed that the man is in a bad state. But here what's happening, while other parents want to focus on beating pan for their children, that man focusing on having his child beat books. And those are the parents that I want to encourage. Nothing wrong with beating pan. But here what's happening, put something here first. Let's go. Right, so we're going. Let me hear you now. Hello?
Yeah, hi, good night.
Good night.
Yeah, I'm wondering, I would like to donate $500, but how can someone collect it?
What area are you from?
Trinity.
My brother is in Trinity. Right, he's an ugly fellow with big teeth.
Okay.
But
Trinity?
Yeah, so I tell you, my brother is an ugly fellow with big teeth, so you say nothing about that?
But how?
All right, here what's happening. Do me a favor, you have my number?
Yes.
Contact me, and I will give his number, and he will arrange, and he will sort out receipts sending for you.
Okay, this same number, 645.
Yes.
No problem.
No, 684 4762.
Okay, tomorrow, please God. 500.
Thank you so
okay?
much. All right, we're going again. Now, like I said, let us see. I'll start off a bit late there, so I'll give all until 9:15. So let us go again. Remember when you call in, turn down the volume on your... Hello? What? That is a strange thing. All right, watch me. I know we're having some problems since this water thing. People calling. Same thing I'm saying, you know. We had problems with the phone line because of the water thing, and I don't know what's going on again. Yes, no. Getting busy tone, trying to call. All right, here what's happening. For those of you who are trying to call, keep calling the number, because apparently since we passed through this flood thing, we have been having some problems with our phone lines. Even though the phone lines are free, you're getting a busy tone. So, that's not somebody calling Mama Cell because they can't get through. Yeah, hello? Hello?
Yeah, I just called a while ago, right? So it's to come to Rocks tomorrow sometime, okay?
All right, no problem. Okay then. I wonder if you realize I was on air, boy. Right. So here we go. Do me a favor. Text me, please. WhatsApp me, please. Because what happens is that... let's go again. Hello? Hello?
Hello. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
My husband and I would like to contribute $1,000.
Excellent. Now, here what we want to do. I want to put everything in place so we could go with the bicycle and excite myself tomorrow, because I excited over this. Right? So, just, you have my number, just call me in the morning and we'll arrange. And Jazakallah on behalf of all of us. Appreciate it.
Okay, all right.
Thank you so much. Right? So, again, if you could get through on the phone lines, because some people getting through and some people not getting through. So, I don't know what's going on, so I'll have to call TSCT to find out what's going on. But you could still call. Guys, what's the other number again? 645-6397. So you could call 663-8373, 645-4426, and 645-6397. Could I get a picture again for those of you who know? Hello? Hello?
Yes.
Good evening. Go ahead, please.
Yes, I want to be one of the persons who going to contribute $1,000.
Okay, excellent, excellent. And what area are you calling from?
La Romaine.
La Romaine. Okay, so La Romaine, you have my number. Call me in the morning, please. All right?
Okay, Khan is the name. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Khan. And like I said before, what we are doing is that we have already gotten somebody to contribute the bicycle. Because you see that bicycle that man have there? That bicycle. And don't be surprised somebody call me from a bicycle shop and say that they give me the bicycle at no charge here. That is how things is roll here. Right? So look at the pedal. Zoom into the pedal on that, man. We're taking the last few calls in 2 minutes. And by the way, for those of you who not getting through on the phone lines, because we have been having problems on the phone line, call me. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Nishad, thank you so much. Right, here we go. No pedal, tire halfway ball, the brakes looking like a time walking on. That is this man's child. Right? Okay. 9377, thank you so much. Greatly appreciated. My good friend Suvesh, right? Thank you so much, Suvesh. And good, here we go, here we go. Right. Okay, good. Okay, thank you so much, right? The person will organize and put things in place. All right, good. So what we'll do, we'll take just a few more texts on this, because like I said, we've been having an issue with our phone lines because people trying to call in and the number is ringing. Apparently, when two persons try to call in, it's clashing. So I don't know how we're going to continue and take calls later on the program with the problem. So for those of you who are watching right now, just WhatsApp me. Put my number back on the screen, guys. Right, 684-4762. That's 684-4762. And what we'll do, boy. Hey, no worry. Somebody, thank you so much. Contact me via WhatsApp, please. All right, so again, we have passed. All right, good. I'll count that up a little later. Right, so for those of you, again, who would finishing this off now. For those of you who would like to assist, and let us carry some moolah to assist the family, let me know. I'll have to find out first. If he has any bad habits, I think we'll look at the house and see what we need, and we could always translate that into purchases. Because one of the things that I've learned is that you don't give people cash, especially if you see certain circumstances. All right, so let's get back to the program now and deal with the issues. All right, yeah, let's run that, please. The Caratal, go ahead.
Parents of students of the Caratal Sacred Heart RC School in Gasparillo say they have had enough. Deplorable road conditions are making it difficult for students and teachers to attend classes. The community is calling for immediate assistance, as this is also a public health issue. More from Ayana Carter.
For more than 2 years, the Caratal community has communicated with authorities for a solution to their road problems. Problems which has since
from that. Because in this story, you heard how much years, 2 years now, they've been asking for that road to be sorted out. And you know where he had his way? The problem in this country is that all you is get on so. Look how all the protesting quiet. It have people in Trinbago, when they burn tire, block the highway, they get everything they want. The government done paying for water and they get water line. All they don't misbehave. That is part of the problem. When all they ask in Ministry of Works, please. Yes, see, when they come here, I rest it on them. I don't care about them because them don't care about we. And that is the position that we have to take. You see, when you keep kissing their foot when they come in your area, who the hell is you? Faris come with all you. I don't know if you had on makeup or what. I don't care about you. First time you probably stepped foot in bamboo. I always told Faris, your mother was one of the most respectable persons that I know. She was one of the best minister of trade. But you, my friend, you have stepped so far away from that woman. It is shameful. Absolutely shameful. It is an embarrassment. I have no reason to call you again. You serve no purpose. None. Absolutely none. Right? So let's go back to our slides again, guys. Oh, yeah. Good. You know what I want to show you? I want to show you. Last week I showed you they start to fix up all the roof funding. Take a look at this video now.
The Skinner Park sporting facility will be ready in time for Carnival 2023. And the San Fernando Mayor Junior Regrello says he is eagerly awaiting the handover of the facility. The news was welcomed by the chairman of the Trinbago Unified Calypsonians organization. RAS commander told CNC3 News he was happy that the facility will be ready for Carnival. But while there are some who are eager, others are concerned. A source who requested anonymity tells the CNC3 News that the size of the football field was reduced, so it can no longer accommodate international adult men's football. When contacted, Sports Minister Shamfa Kujo denied.
I really don't want to hear Shamfa. Really don't want to hear she. All you see what is ready? 13 schools are ready for the education of our children. 13 schools are ready. But Skinner Park ready for people to go and Skinner Park. It ready. And as I'm saying, we're sick in this country. Something have to be mentally wrong. But no, you know, many people happy, you know, because it have some people, remember, it have people going to FET and leaving their children home, you know. Or you remember the woman that leave Tobago and come Trinidad to party? It have worse than that. And this is what does happen when you go out there and you have 3-4 children, and the man that you pick up is like a piper, good for nothing, serve no purpose. That is a story by itself. Let's go back. Let's go to our slides again, guys. If you plan to play mass or go to Carnival Fets, Health Minister Terrell Yancing wants you to get vaccinated or boosted. Imagine that. It is a known fact that the people who are vaccinated right now dying like flies. It is a known fact that sports personalities who never had any issues got vaccinated and dropped down, poof. It is a known fact that COVID vaccines actually destroys your immune system. It is a documented fact. But all you want me to go and boost it. But here what's happening, you could keep your vaccine. And because I am a respectable person, I wouldn't tell you what to do with it. Because I am not going to go down that road. What boost are you talking about? Where you feel is a Nissan Laurel you have about? Let's go to the other slide, guys. The Prime Minister said the government will be ramping up its COVID vaccination program in 2023. We have no deaths in Trinidad for the last how long? We are not getting many deaths. And if you look at influenza outweighs the COVID deaths. And you know them and the COVID death, because remember there was a time everything was COVID death. A man fall off a roof, he dead from COVID. A dog bite him, COVID. You get in an accident, you get crushed with the steering wheel, COVID. And that is how the government was lying to you before. And they were doctoring figures. And now they come now and they say they want to do what? All they want to do where? All they want to do how? Here what happening now. All you keep that right, Adrian, because here what happening. Really and truly, we ain't going down that road. I ain't know about all you, but not me. Let's go again, guys. We are not considering any ban on travelers from China. More than a dozen countries, including the United States, Canada, Japan, and France, have put curbs on travelers from China. Imagine that. All over the world, right? People will be flying into TND from all over the world for Carnival, and China is no exception, despite a rise in cases, because there will be no ban imposed on visitors from that nation. Tell me if something ain't wrong with these people. You have other countries, and by the way, I think we have a news clip on that, guys, right? Yeah, could we get that, please?
XBB, the newest Omicron variant, and there are concerns.
Yeah, Tisha Lewis joining us live tonight from Woodbridge with more. Tisha?
Day 2 of the new year and another Omicron variant to talk about. This one, XBB variant. It's reportedly different than the initial coronavirus strain. All of this coming 3 years after COVID-19 shut down the country and world with vaccines and boosters. You can see here at this CVS pharmacy, they're offering free flu shots and vaccines, COVID-19 vaccines. Again, all of this comes 3 years after COVID-19 prompted massive shutdowns, testing, vaccines, boosters, and much more. XBB reportedly evades antibodies formed from previous infections and vaccinations. The Wall Street Journal says, quote, repeated vaccinations may make people more susceptible to XBB. Unlike previous variants, Omicron has fueled.
All you hear what they say? All you hear what they say about the vaccine? And all you hear about where they're saying that this ain't gonna work and that ain't gonna work? All over the world, international news telling you that here what happening, the immune system breaking down with the vaccine. When you take a booster, it breaking down more, you got dead. But here what happening in Trinidad and Tobago, go get boosted, go get boosted, go get boosted and dead. But wait, let me show you more now. Don't worry, after Carnival, after Carnival, 2 weeks after, what's going to happen? And you know what's going to happen? They're going to lie about the statistics again. They're going to lie about it and they're going to push it back. And you're going to see all of a sudden after 4 weeks, then they will start to expose the real numbers. Because they can say Carnival didn't cause that. Because 2 weeks after Carnival, long gone. All them people you see dying or being infected, nah, you don't have no problem. Watch and you will see. Let's go again, guys. What slides? The XXB variant of the COVID virus has exploded around the world. And this is allegedly from Dr. Joel Tilok Singh's Facebook page. Although it may not be deadlier than past mutants, the enhanced transmissibility and increased binding to cells will cause a tsunami of infections. Inevitably, long COVID cases, hospitalizations, and death will rise. Repeated infections batter the immune system and increase susceptibility to other organisms. It's a good thing I learned English in school, you know, them big words and things. I sound like a news reporter there, boy. Right. Rapid tests are not sensitive to diagnose all cases, especially in the early stages. That nasty cough, fever, sore throat, and chills probably herald COVID. After recovery from these symptoms, there is an increased risk of heart attacks, stroke, blood clot, and sudden death up to a year later. It is airborne, so avoid closed, crowded, and close contact settings. Wear N95 if in such indoor areas. Increase ventilation. Protect the vulnerable. There is no time to shame, blame, or gaslight the population. A vaccine, a vaccine-only approach is useless as the variants evade past immunity. This is a local doctor saying that. A local doctor is saying that a vaccine-only approach is useless as the variant evades past immunity. Carnival coming, trouble brewing. The stupidity of the government of Trinidad and Tobago is unquestionable. The lack of urgent response to this thing, because here what happening, Adred. All you think Trinidad could afford another lockdown again? Trinidad and Tobago cannot afford another lockdown. But all you think Rowley and he crew care? They don't care. They do not care. And this is why, come what may, right? Nicki Minaj had to come, we have to have Carnival. When Nicki Minaj come here and go back to the States, she still has millions, you know. She could buy a house in every country she wants without a problem. And all you're telling me, we have problems here? Wait now, is the time already? All right. Well, what happens is that, folks, I have to apologize because what happened is that I wanted to take some calls tonight, but the problem is people tell me that I'm getting WhatsApp messages telling me that they're trying to get through with the phone lines, and I don't know if it started back where the calls, when many people try to call, that it's creating a problem. So unfortunately, I cannot take any calls now. Guys, do we have any more of the, a vehicle was just stolen, right, in Bonaire West. That is the next one to add. Right. Okay. So, yes, sir. Right. Okay. So, anyway, this is where I need to end it off, right? Just to let you know, for those of you who wanted to assist, like I said, whatever we collect, we are carrying to the gentleman tomorrow. Could we show the picture one more time, please? We have gotten, by the way, a person promised to donate the whole value of the bike, right? And then I just got a text message telling me that somebody donating a bike. So the person who was planning to donate the bike, if you want, you could donate, because we could buy a smaller bike for small man, but I don't think they will allow the bike in school, correct? If he wants to ride, no, they wouldn't allow it. Right? Yeah, I don't think so. And then riding on the road, and you know, because we have such perfect place for people to ride bike. You know, so again, for those of you who would like to assist, we are going down to Debe, right? To Debe to assist the gentleman and help him with his child's education. So for those of you who would like to assist us with that, 684-4762, that's 4762. That's my WhatsApp number. WhatsApp me. And of course, to the gentleman who called in and said that he would donate the bike, I thank you so much. God bless you. You know, that's fantastic as usual. You know, you have always supported me and what we do on this program, and I greatly appreciate it. And to the young lady, like I said, who wanted to purchase the bike, you could also assist by us being able to help them financially in some other way. All right, so this is where I have to end it off. And of course, don't forget, this Friday, Brilliant is open. And if you have never visited Brilliant, or you have never visited Halal Wok is a place that sells Chinese food in Baraka Grounds. And some of the chefs that are there are internationally known. But not only that, they have worked for some of the biggest restaurants in Trinidad. You could also visit Tandoori Hut. And not only that, if you want Mexican food or otherwise, or Tex-Mex, you could check out Crunchy Corner, located right on Baraka Grounds as well. Or if you want, you remember how the long time burger used to taste down at Val Park, you could check out Ball Head Grill, located also on Baraka Grounds. If you have never been there, make a spin with the family. Lots of families lying there on a Friday and Saturday and Sunday, especially in the evening. All right, so take care, folks. I'll catch you next week for Breaking Barriers. There's a repeat of this program, 9 p.m. on Saturday. All right, so stay tuned. Of course, for those of you who appreciate the song like Crystal, right? Crystal normally tunes into the program. She says, you know, she loves staying tuned to watch the song afterwards. Yes, that's my little inspiration afterwards. All right, so may God bless you, keep you safe. And of course, inshallah, God willing, I hope to see you next week for another episode of Breaking Barriers. Take care, folks. So, oh, one last thing. This year, and I want them to tell me we can have it. This year, we want to have a mega expo flea market for Ramadan. All those of you who are interested, book now, because Baraka Grounds, our car park is limited, so we'll be taking limited tents only, right? A maximum of between 80 to 100 tents. So for those of you who are interested, book your tents early now, because this one is going to be a big one, our Ramadan flea market and expo. All right, so take care, folks. Assalamu alaikum and good evening.